All right. 1, 2, wait. The cat's on. Recording, right? You ready? Recording. Ready? Ashley, still put your hand in. Sydney, come here. Is your hand on my head?
Yeah.
Okay. And then 2. Okay. 3. Rutgers Enactus. 1, 2, 3. Rutgers Enactus!
By the way, can you put an image into your conclusion? These are out, and my line is next.
Right.
I got
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Change begins with conversations, with the people right in front of you. At Rutgers Enactus New Brunswick, we believe that enabling progress starts with the heart. The story of change is about more than just numbers. It's about people. People who see the hardships that others are going through, and instead of running away, see the opportunity to come together and to make a difference.
It is this mission that inspires us to step up to the plate and to keep trying each day to set the foundations of progress for generations to come. It is through this inspiration that we are committed to becoming the revolutionaries that Rutgers has strived to foster throughout the years.
My name is Benjamin Foresta.
My name is Ria Soman.
My name is Pranjal Singh.
My name is Tejasvi Sista.
At just 4 years old, we have grown the Rutgers Enactus team into a diverse and passionate family, made up of future doctors, engineers, and business leaders. With our member and training process, our members are better equipped for the challenges that Rutgers Enactus faces. And as our team grew, so did our projects. In the past, we helped a food pantry escape debt to better serve over 1,000 families.
Now this year, we've been working on creating sustainable solutions for youth empowerment services, a nonprofit that invests in the potential of at-risk youth in our local community. We've also begun our own project called Keep It Real, which aims to help high schoolers develop a long-term mindset by providing them with part-time jobs, workshops, and mentorship.
Now this year, we're happy to announce that we've started a new partnership with Vets for Warriors, a non-profit that provides 24/7 peer-to-peer support to those who have served our country proudly and bravely. But today, we want to focus on one of our old projects in particular, Popcorn for the People, a local gourmet popcorn shop that hires and trains people on the autism spectrum.
As we go through this project, we'll be presenting it to you in the following format. First, the needs and research we've accumulated about Popcorn for the People and the people they serve. Second, we'll show you the steps we took to create a foundation of change. Finally, we'll explain our impact and our future plans that aim to empower Popcorn for the People in the long run.
Now we would like to introduce you to Sam, a young adult living with autism. At 27, Sam is ambitious and energetic, with dreams and goals like everyone else. And like many, he wanted to be financially independent. So he started a training program at his local grocery store.
Sam had the dedication of a great employee, but unfortunately, his program wasn't designed for those living with autism. And at the final step, he failed and didn't move on to work. Unfortunately, Sam shares a similar story with 3.5 million other adults on the autism spectrum, 86% of whom find it difficult to obtain and maintain paid employment.
This problem stems from a lack of understanding about autism, which results in insufficient training and fewer job opportunities. Workers may even face stigma and discrimination applying to jobs or during their employment.
Something needed to change, and here at Rutgers Enactus, we believe the catalyst for change is born from relationships, like the one between a father and his son.
Like any father, Sam's dad, Dr. Beer, was unsettled by his son's experience at the grocery store and was driven to do something to not only create a better life for his son, but for all people who live with autism. So he created Popcorn for the People.
The mission of Popcorn for the People, or P4P, is to hire and train people like Sam to gain transferable skills that they could apply in their current job and beyond. There, employees practice working and registered, collaborating with coworkers, interacting with customers, and preparing popcorn. But Dr. Beer struggled to encourage growth. He struggled to balance working full-time at the local hospital and leading the staff at P4P.
So when we learned about Popcorn for the People, we knew right from the beginning that Rutgers Enactus would be a great match. As young organizations, we were both eager to build a foundation of change and to grow alongside each other. We were inspired by Dr. Beer's vision to scale his business model and program across the country to meet the needs of other adults with autism.
When Dr. Beer first reached out to Rutgers Enactus, Popcorn for the People needed a stronger community presence, had operational issues, weak brand awareness, and was not financially stable. Working together, we found opportunities in P4P's external relations, operations, marketing, and finances.
Before Enactus, Popcorn for the People only had ties to its local high school. But as a business, P4P needed a larger market in order to expand in the future.
Since we wanted to elevate P4P's brand awareness to the next level, we looked more closely at the community around us and thought to ourselves, what better place to start than at our home, Rutgers University?
As the birthplace of college football, we knew that the Big Ten crowds at Rutgers would be a great venue to sell popcorn. So last year, we helped P4P sign a contract with Rutgers Athletics, and then develop strategic partnerships to find volunteers to help sell popcorn at the games.
As a result, we sold at 2 sports games last spring.
This year, we are happy to say that we've been able to sell at 21 sports games, totaling over $45,000 in sales. And we're excited to sell at 15 more games in 2018. Now let's hear from some of P4P's employees and their experience selling at their first Rutgers game.
Business is going smoother, we're getting more customers, things are more organized.
We have steady customers that really believe in the mission and also really love the popcorn.
Through all of our efforts, we've established P4P's presence on campus and made deep connections with the local community and beyond.
Because of P4P's exponential growth, its facilities became overcrowded and it proved difficult to keep track of all the ingredients in store. In fact, P4P managers would try to determine when to buy new supplies just by estimating the current number of supplies by sight. Furthermore, there was no official system in place to help keep track of inventory levels.
Not only was this method confusing, it wasn't consistent. We realized the need for a more reliable way to ensure that supplies were properly monitored.
Because of the workers' special needs, we believed that it was crucial to create a tracker that was simple to use, efficient, and visually appealing. Our solution was the inventory sliders that you see on screen, and we are proud to announce that we've installed several of these inside the production center.
Operating the sliders is simple. The markers on the sliders indicate the current number of supplies. Every time one unit is used, the workers move the arrow down into the appropriate range of supplies. This way, the workers have a visual reminder of when they need to reorder material.
The inventory sliders have helped immensely. All 50 employees of P4P have reported that they can now more easily keep track of supplies. Sam, as you will see, has especially liked using the new gadgets.
Tracking how much stuff we have. For example, sugar. Tracking how much sugar we have here. So if there's like 14 cases of sugar, it pins 14, 12 cases, 12. It just keeps track of the quantity.
Has it been helpful?
Yes, it has been helpful. That's not a bad idea.
Next, we worked on a traceability chart to track each bag and ingredient used in P4P's tasty popcorn. In the long term, this helps P4P with risk management and inventory tracking. In fact, as a result of this chart, P4P has the potential to win a contract worth $10,000 per month.
Our efforts have impacted the day-to-day operations of P4P and have helped us gain a better understanding of the workers' needs. We were able to connect with the workers and have face-to-face interaction with them. We realized exactly how much P4P meant to them, not just as a job, but also as a means of being independent and entrusted with something they're passionate about.
Seeing their passion, we knew that if other people learned about Popcorn for the People's story, they would be just as enthusiastic. Our goal was to spread the word about P4P's delicious popcorn and their empowering story. To do so, we implemented a multi-channel strategy to begin setting the foundation for an omni-channel experience. Last year, we highlighted several P4P employees to further P4P's social media engagement.
But this year, we wanted to act on the momentum of the social engagement we built. So, what did we do? We reached out to other social influencers who'd be just as excited about working for P4P's mission as we were.
We contacted over 200 media outlets, and in October we got a hit from a leading publication, the Autism Parenting magazine. They were excited about our mission and the opportunities that P4P has to offer to adults with autism. Because of our work, P4P has been featured in the March 2018 edition of Autism Parenting. As a result, the magazine's 65,000 readers now have the opportunity to hear P4P's amazing story.
But that wasn't all. We saw that a group of key influencers, food bloggers, present even more opportunity to raise awareness about P4P's delicious popcorn. After hearing about P4P's delicious popcorn and amazing mission, food bloggers jumped at the opportunity to promote the cause. P4P has been featured on 8 Instagram accounts, spreading its story to over 13,000 people and generating over $1,000 in sales.
Through our collaborations, P4P's exposure on Instagram has grown incredibly, but this isn't the end. With 3 more collaborations in the works, we project that we can reach out to more than 1,500 people.
Next, we worked on P4P's weak Facebook presence. We wanted to increase page likes by engaging in meaningful conversations with P4P customers. We wanted to convert social engagement into sales. Our plan of action was to create 2 new initiatives: Testimonial Tuesdays to feature P4P customers and Flashback Fridays to reminisce about our achievements and milestones. With these initiatives, we were able to increase page likes from 7,600 total reaches in August to over 14,000 total reaches in the month of February.
To thank these customers for their support, we recently hosted P4P's first ever social media giveaway. In just the first week of our campaign, we exceeded our average of 450 people reached per post to more than 5,000 people reached.
Rutgers Enactus also aims to ensure that P4P has a sustainable marketing strategy. To do this, our team is creating a guidebook to train P4P staff on social media and outreach strategy. By doing this, we will ensure that P4P's story is communicated effectively and consistently for a seamless consumer experience. This is our first step to transition P4P from a multi-channel strategy to an omni-channel strategy, so that one day the business can be scaled nationally.
And we didn't stop things there. After working on P4P's presence on campus, their operations, and reach on social media, we saw even more opportunity to help them with financial sustainability. As a young company, Popcorn for the People needs funds to continue growing and to meet the increasing demand for their amazing popcorn.
However, in order for P4P to properly strategize, we had to determine their current profit margins. We needed an accurate way to track the current overall cost to make 1 bag of popcorn.
We conducted an in-depth cost analysis for the popcorn flavors. First, we analyzed P4P's overhead costs for 3 consecutive quarters to identify their key cost categories. Then, we were able to calculate P4P's average monthly profit margin. From here, we created a cost analysis calculator to provide P4P with an efficient method of cost management at the click of a button.
Looking at P4P's profit margins, we realized there was more opportunity for growth. As a young company, P4P needed more funds to invest in the expansion of their production capacity. So we started looking to sustainable funding options and identified grants as an opportunity.
To start, we implemented an aggressive grant writing process, and it's paid off greatly. Last year at the National Exposition, we won a $1,500 grant from the Robert Johnson Foundation. P4P used this grant to buy a packaging machine to help standardize the volume of popcorn in each bag.
Now, this year, we are proud to announce that we won a $20,000 grant from the Flutie Foundation. Popcorn for the People has used this grant to increase their production capacity by adding on to their current space.
Of course, we wanted to ensure that P4P can continue to obtain funding long after Rutgers Enactus is gone. To do this, we are creating a guidebook for P4P staff on how to write grants and pitch to businesses. This way, they will be able to make more popcorn and in the future rely on just popcorn sales to sustain their business.
To walk all those powerful people into our community, a chance to remove yourself from the list of 8% of the autism population that is unemployed. Come in, use your skills to expand and learn job skills, life skills, and feel really right. At this entertainment, they took down that topic and what we have for this year. And this proved to be huge. They evolved from its initial emphasis to almost like a SWAT team. We would have a problem, people would practice SWAT skills and management. We don't need to use tools. So the brand Atlantis came pretty much and now they help us out outside breakers. And that all that is how much we do to us.
Our efforts this past year has enabled Popcorn for the People to empower individuals like Sam. Through social media, we've introduced Popcorn for the People's inspiring story to thousands more. Popcorn for the People now has the capability to determine their profit margins by just a click of a button. and we've helped them raise a combined $67,000 in revenue through contracts with sports games, events, and grants, and have opened them to many more opportunities for sales and partnerships.
But numbers never tell the full story. By providing P4P with a foundation for its marketing, operations, and finances, we've helped turn Dr. Beer's vision into a reality. And with Rutgers Enactus, people like Sam have not only financial independence, but also have a sense of purpose.
It is for this purpose that we have persisted through the different challenges we faced. In our past 4 years as a team, we have gone through many changes to improve ourselves and our impact.
But through it all, one thing hasn't changed: our hearts and our mindsets. We continue to believe that in order to create sustainable, meaningful change, it's about the people. It's about the people who not only connect, but inspire others to empower a generation to come.
We've learned so much from people like Dr. Beer and Sam so that we can enact the revolution for which we're building the foundations today.
And because we believe in the 114 members of our team, we know that Rutgers Enactus is going to take the foundations we started this year and come back in the following years having delivered on our promises.
We are Rutgers Enactus!
Okay, judges, we'll have 5 minutes of question and answer.
Have you guys developed an individual, like a growth plan for the employees? So you focus on employees on the, or people on the autism spectrum, but do they have a growth plan from more human resources that Scott that not really fully touched on to allow them to grow maybe into a management or a supervisor level or to come up with more of a strategic initiative?
Right, so that's a great question, and what we've really focused on is a lot of popcorn for the people, employees who are not on the spectrum, are parents or other people who have children with autism. They work really closely with these people and they know exactly how they work. And so the system so far has been largely based on feedback, and we have different levels. So we have like an internship position that's unpaid, that's kind of where they start from, and that's where they really get a lot of their skills, and that's how they were trained. And from there, they move on into paid positions, such as workers, and eventually some of our workers who have been there for about 2 years, the duration of the business, now have roles in which they're supervising other employees. We make sure that they're really working in the front of the business, so they're not really handling any sort of administrative roles. They're largely either working on making the popcorn or interacting with customers. But the ones who have more experience and who have shown initiative and a lot more responsibility are given roles with more responsibility, such as managing other roles that will prove very helpful in the future.
Do you have a succession plan set up within your Enactus chapter for carrying forward your work with people in the future?
Yeah, that's a great question. So right now, the way that we're working with Popcorn for the People is just on a project-by-project basis. Because they are such a new organization, it's difficult to pinpoint kind of a exact strategy because so many things change from time to time in the popcorn industry. So what we do is we make sure everything that we work on with them, for example, grant writing, is sustainable in itself. So that Popcorn for the People is able to take over from there. And then, if you want to elaborate on what you think Popcorn for the People will look like when it's sustainable.
Right, so we kind of have a two-phase plan with this in the sense that we started out when we first started working with Popcorn for the People, we were focused on making them stable. They were losing a lot of money, and so in the last year we've allowed them to break even. And so that was the first part, but now we're focusing on optimizing them so that they will be sustainable in the future. So from a grants perspective, that goes with providing them with the guidebook so that they'll be able to apply for grants by themselves. In terms of marketing, we've really tried to expand our marketing presence so that they will have that brand awareness and that brand name when they're by themselves. And we've worked really closely that they understand exactly what we're doing. There's the staff there who is also prepared to take on the roles that we have been providing them with.
You have a large team, 114 members, I think, and you have members in training. How do you make sure that everyone is utilized with such a large team?
That's a great question. We do have a large team, but we also have 4 projects currently in the process. And our membership and training process is something that we put new incoming members through so that they understand the basics of an Enactus project. We go over needs, how to identify solutions for those needs, and also how to apply those concepts to our project. Once they go through this, then they can select which project they want to work on. We do place a lot of emphasis on their own preferences for which project and which function within the projects that they want to work on. Within each project, we have different functions which are broken down, and within those functions, we also have specific roles for each member that are designated for 1 or 2 people. And that's where the new members and also our current members are placed into. Each project has like specific breakdown of roles for all of their members.
So you talked here about you have a $10,000 contract negotiation. Who is that contract negotiation with, and who's carrying out the actual negotiation?
Okay, so that is something which P4P handled on its own. But one of the requirements of the contract is that they have certain things like traceability. So they had to have an audit because they were actually distributing to airports and things like that. So what we did to assist them in that is we undertook the challenge of coming up with a system which would allow them to tie all of their ingredients to lot numbers which were tied to their products, so that it was traceable, so that they could sell and have this grant, and which obviously results in $10,000 with additional sales each month.
So the contract, I'm sorry, so the contract is done, it's signed, and...
No, not just yet, because of the audit.
Please thank the team from the Rutgers University.